Oh, hello there. Have video games gone too far? Has the violence in video games escalated to a point of no return? It's a question many have asked for many years, but an answer has never been found. What amount of violence in a video game desensitizes the audience? And what amount is harmless, simple escapism? Most scholars thought an answer could never be found to the question of where do we draw the line for digital violence? But I cracked the code. I figured it out. It's dogs. The answer is dogs. Dogs are where we draw the line. We should stop harming dogs in video games. There are two things that I love. It's video games and my dog. And I guess there's other stuff like my girlfriend, superheroes, nachos. But right at the top of that list is video games and dogs. I'm sorry, Diana, you were a close third, but it's video games and dogs. And video games need to start treating dogs better. Red Dead Redemption 2 came out earlier this month, and it's amazing. I love it. It's a lot of fun. And there are doggos. And you can pet the dog, because of course you would. They're good dogs, Cowboy Brent. And you can also praise the dog.
Hey, boy.
Praise the dog. I love it. You can also scold the dog. Excuse me, what? Who's choosing to scold the dog? Who hurt you? Why is anyone choosing this option? You know what? Scold the dog, I'm gonna let it slide. I'm gonna let it slide. It's one slip up. Surely it can't get worse, but it can. As I learned by pressing the wrong button at one point, you can harm these good doggos. Why, Rockstar Games? Why did you program in the ability to hurt doggos? I did it by accident, and then the town went nuts. As well they should. But Rockstar, why did you program in the ability to hurt dogs as a feature of this game? Why are you breaking my heart? As hard as it is for me to say, I feel like good doggos are to blame for this. Games like Metal Gear Solid 5 and Fallout 4 gave us perfect, wonderful, petable, game-breaking doggos. People loved Dog Meat and Diamond Dog. And other video game studios saw this and thought, well, people love dogs, let's take it and do the logical evolution, the thing that we do with everything we try to improve in video games. Let's make it destructible. People like destructible environments, why not destructible dogs? No, bad video game developers. Bad, no destructible dogs. Are you trying to train serial killers? What is wrong with you? By the way, I'm gonna preempt this comment before anyone makes it on the video. I realize it's hypocritical of me to say that a game should allow us to shoot people, but not a dog. But people are the worst, and dogs aren't. Have you met people? They're garbage. Even worse than having the option to harm dogs is being forced to harm dogs. Far Cry 5 came out earlier this year, and there's dogs attacking you all the damn time. And it's not their fault. They're good doggos, but they're being mind controlled by some kind of weird drug that they're juiced up on. And it's a drug that's a peaceful drug that frees your mind, but it's also a psychedelic. And sometimes you choose to do peaceful things, but sometimes violent things, but sometimes you're susceptible to suggestion. Far Cry 5's story is a bit of a mess, I guess is what I'm saying. But if you're gonna have a mess of a story, just give me a side mission or a story mission where I go and cure the doggos and I release them and I have an army of good boys and girls who are just fighting by my side and everything is great forever. You dropped the ball on this one, Ubisoft. Give the people what they want. The latest Call of Duty also allows you to call a dog into the battlefield, which is not new to Call of Duty, but it's something that they need to shut down. Shut it down. Don't have a dog on the battlefield. And if there is going to be a dog on the battlefield, it should cause world peace. The second that a dog shows up in the middle of a firefight, everyone should lay down their weapons and move to the side like a game of street hockey with a car coming. Everyone stops to pet them. Just have it cause world peace. So how do we incorporate dogs in violent video games? I think it's obvious. We make them invincible. Just broken powerful. If you're a video game developer and you put a dog in your video game is now broken. No one can harm the dog. You can only pet the dog. If the dog has to attack you, you lose. If you're playing Call of Duty and a dog is called in, the dog has an infinity gauntlet on one of its paws. Just 4 toe beans covered in infinity stones. You don't stand a chance. And why do I prefer this game-breaking alternative to interactable doggos? Because I like the escapism of video games. And this creates a world where dogs can never be harmed. And that's the world that I want to escape to. Now, in the meantime, If anyone's looking for me, I will be very cautiously petting dogs in Red Dead Redemption 2, being very careful not to press the wrong button. That's my life now. Oh, come on. Thanks for watching. Before you go, I just want to give a quick thank you to our friends over at Noise who make these wonderful jackets like the one that I'm wearing right now. This is not a paid advertisement, but I am a big fan of their product. They are incredibly warm, fantastic for the wintertime. And on top of that, Noise approaches fashion with a clear conscience, using only man-made fibers, vegan leathers, and faux fur. All outerwear as well is 100% feather-free. It is so wonderful to have cruelty-free outerwear, and even if that's not something that's of top importance to you, check out their jackets because they're also incredibly fashionable and so warm. I probably should not be wearing this inside while I'm filming this right now because I'm a little toasty. So check them out, noiseoriginal.com, and use promo code SUPERHEROES for 15% off of your purchase just by letting them know that you're friends of us here at the network.